It was amazing, mind blowing. The amount of value and truth and transformative insight that's packed into that program is tremendous. And when you do it in person and you're surrounded by other seekers who are moving towards the same journey, it has a tremendous power. When I compare doing it online to being there in person, there's a big difference between the two. In person, there is that sense of energy, that sense of commitment that you have to physically go there, and being around similar like-minded seekers, it makes a huge difference, enormous difference. I learned so much in this during this program. I learned the power of interconnectedness and working together. You could clearly see how everything sort of depended on each other. Each part, everyone has to play their part to make everything function as the whole, to make everything move. I saw the power and impact of truth. I saw what Sadhguru really represented and what it was. There was so much grace in the event. Many times things like most people there don't even, like, this is their first time doing something like that. Like, some people were working in the kitchen, some people were working in the dining, some people were working in the hall and facilitating different aspects of conducting the event. It was tremendous. Most of us were new to this. This was our first time and it went smoothly, effortlessly. I believe this is due to grace. That's the only word I can use to describe it. Grace, and the fact that Sadhguru embodies truth, like it's the real thing. You know, you go to some other places, some meditation place or some spiritual place, and yeah, they're doing something, but like not much really happens, you know. But like here, you come here and you're transformed at a very deep fundamental level. And I'm a skeptic myself. Like, I'm not one to be, you know, I don't accept things so easily or so blindly. I have to be convinced. Unless I see it like personally, I can never accept it. But yeah, we saw and we felt in this, and it's not just Sadhguru and what he's teaching. It's the community and the people who come together to make this happen. Literally, so many volunteers came from different parts of Europe to Dublin just to help to facilitate this event. People traveled miles for free to facilitate this event. This highlighted like the level of the deep impact that Sadhguru is having on so many people. For people to be willing to travel so much, spend so much, go through so much um, challenges and obstacles just to offer themselves to make this event happen. Yeah, it's very powerful. Also, the fact that like doing this volunteering at this inner engineering program, it's like it's a spiritual practice in itself, and it's so good. um how how it's put together and how it's done, and the culture that Sadhguru has built, and that culture just spreads out throughout the entire volunteers. Like, everyone were there with a sense of care, a sense of willingness, a sense of service. How you offer the food, how you prepare the food, the attention to detail. No talking, barely any talking in the kitchen. Instead, everyone is focused on preparing the meal consciously, be present in your activity, and that has a profound impact on the quality of the food. And you see that, and the participant attested to it. um, yeah, everything. I feel like I learned so much about what is how to run, or uh, how a spiritual organization, like what's the culture like, what makes a good culture, what makes something effective. Like there's so much that I could talk about here. um, Even the end was so powerful. The sense of devotion, how the whole structure of the program, it was structured like so intensely, like nothing was there by chance or randomly. And I can guarantee you not a single participant left that event without feeling touched and transformed at a pretty deep level. That's guaranteed. Everyone got so much out of that event. Yeah, and even the closure, it wasn't like a usual closure where you tell people like, okay, the event is over now, and everyone starts to get up and leave and leave. It was done intensely and consciously. The Ishanga who was conducting the program, he stood up and he um, just left the hall while the participants were there meditating, doing their practice, and the volunteers, we knew that we had to maintain that, we had to be there, and also not just like leave and like make the participants feel like, okay, it's over now, we needed to leave. They needed to leave. It had to be like a gradual process. They had to come to realize that, oh, it's over, that kind of feeling. And then they had the opportunity to be there longer than the time, and participants just started leaving like gradually, slowly, and it was so smooth. It wasn't like a gradual cut off or like, oh, it's over, the experience, that's it. So that sense of closure, like that was a big thing. And getting getting feedback and allowing the participants to have an input, and allowing the participants to relate with each other and share their experience of the program with each other, like it was so good. And even the content inside, like every word that Sadhguru was saying and how he said it, the energy was it was both engaging and insightful. Like this is how you talk makes a huge difference, and it's definitely like something that I would like to like mold my speech. Like it has a huge impact on the effect of your words on everyone. How you say it has like a huge impact, and you can see that also in the Ishanga. And in all the Ishangas, like many of them that I've come across when I did my program online, and also this one particularly in person, like how they talk, you can see that there is that sense of, it is not like a wounding speech, like some people can say something, and even if it's good for you, they don't say it in a way that like you could take it or you could really use it. Like they say it in a way that like you can't grasp it, or it hurts you, it doesn't make you feel good. Even if it's the best thing, how you say it makes a huge difference. It is spoken with wisdom, with subtlety, with humor, and lightheartedness, and it makes such a huge difference to the atmosphere. Like everyone enjoyed that, even purely from like an entertainment perspective. It was quite an entertaining event. It wasn't like a dull, serious, like, yeah, there was play, there was openness. They like part of the program even included like playing dodgeball and all those different activities in the field, on the court. So this just shows that like even spiritual practice, meditation practice, and inner wisdom, like it's meant to be fused with physical activity and engagement and a sense of teamwork, and on so many levels. This inner engineering was so good. And yeah, just and Sadhguru, he has something about him, like Sadhguru, he has something about him. When I look at him, I was wondering like why are people so attracted to him? Like people see him and like they just cry for no reason. I was wondering this. Like, what's so special about this man? But when you really take a closer look, you could see that he lifts people up and he elevates them just by the way he is, and that's what's made this Isha Foundation so successful. Um, like, you could come as the worst person, in many ways, like you're so inadequate in many ways, and just by associating with him, like you would improve your life in so many ways. Your experience of life will be richer and deeper in so many ways. You would be capable of doing something very useful for other human beings. I feel like this power to transform people and elevate them regardless of who they are or where they come from is really what sets Sadhguru and this Isha Foundation apart, and really what distinguishes them. Also, at the end, like, they had so many more programs to offer. What has made Isha Yoga also so successful is that they did, like, after your inner engineering, there's so many other paths to like progressing and experiencing deeper states, um, offering yourself opportunity to volunteer, opportunity to go to the ashram in India. And yeah, it's so beautiful, like what Sadhguru has done, what he's built, what he's realized, what he's embodied, and everything that is done. Like, such an offering that has affected like so many lives and so many people. It's really, no words can describe it. It's mind-blowing. Amazing. um yeah, I've been looking at this. I've been on this path for over 5 years, every day, a long time on this path, constantly looking at things. And I've also experienced many different um, traditions and paths from India. And what I can say about India and Indian people, I feel like the Indian culture is so aligned with the nature of life, Sanatan Dharma, the nature of existence. And I like how Sadhguru even says that it's not just a Hindu Sanatan Dharma, it's Sanatan Dharma. It belongs to all humans and all life. Like, their vision of living is aligned with the intelligence of life, with the intelligence of nature. This is why they're so open in both their religious practices as well as in their acceptance of every human and everyone, an acceptance of life as sacred. You know, they shelter people, who those who need to be sheltered. When the Tibetan Buddhists, um, when they were chased out of Tibet, India accepted them with open arms. The best people on this planet that are leading in technology, Google CEO, and just like in many ways, India has produced some of the best people in the world that's contributed to the well-being of humanity in so many different ways. And their approach to peace, their approach to intelligence and harmony and order is such a great blessing to the world. And Sadhguru stands as a strong example of that, and something that should be emulated by every human. So I offer immense gratitude for Sadhguru, for the teachings, and to all the volunteers who came to participate and support this event. Like, this event was literally made to happen by the volunteers. So thank you, everyone.